John with BFS, and I'm here today to talk to you about the 3 keys to training beginning athletes. Young athletes that are coming into your training program are the real keys to your future, right? Training these young kids and getting them excited about proper training techniques, a balanced program, and having success in their activities is a huge key to success for building a fun tradition for your athletic programs. So at BFS, we use 3 really great tools that can help build your young athletes and really give them a chance for success. The first thing are our bars that we utilize. Now, for us, we term this as the readiness portion of the program. The first step, again, is your body weight, really working on assessment, testing, balance, coordination, stability, all those components. And then when you get to the readiness area, which is this intermediate stage where you're starting to add resistance, but you're really not pushing them too hard in regards to weight yet because there's so much work still to be done on technique. So having beginning tools is a real key. The first one is what we call the youth hex bar. It's fantastic, standard hex bar, but it's 15 pounds. So for beginners, it's a great place to really get a lot of repetitions and then gradually increase the resistance as their technique continues to improve. The Readiness Youth Hex Bar is fantastic. Another amazing tool is what we call the Illumilite bar. This is, in essence, the same as an Olympic bar. We just have a shorter sleeve here at the end, right? At the end of the bar, it drops down because we don't really load it up quite as much. It's only 15 pounds as well. Great bar for kids to feel like they're training, they're part of the program, they're doing a squat, they're doing a clean, a bench, and they're using the same tools as other kids. It's just a little lighter while they, again, perfect that technique. So 2 great bars you got to have in your program for beginners. Some additional tools. We have 2 great beginning plates that are really effective. We use these are called the Deca discs. These are almost nothing, but they do get the bar up to the proper height on a power clean. So a great beginning tool. The secondary component of that is stepping up to a 5-pound training plate. Not huge, not a lot of resistance here, but a great stiff plate that gets the bar at the right height on a power clean. Also can be used on your benches and squats to make them feel like they got a 45 diameter plate. That same kind of look and feel, but it's a 5-pound beginning plate, right? So you can get a lot of work done. In addition to those plates with beginners, you also want to have some really light weights so they can continue to add resistance but not have to go up in maybe 5 or 10 pound big jumps. Again, everybody's used to 2.5 pound plates, great tool, but an additional smaller plate is your 1 1/4. Using these can be a huge tool for beginning student athletes. So now you're only going up by 2.5 pounds. Again, the emphasis is never about weight, it's always technique first, transitioning that into movement, into performance. So 1 1/4, a great tool for beginning athletes. The last thing is recording. Tip number 3, you've got to show the kids the data, how they're progressing and how that ties and links to performance. In the readiness program, we really continue to focus on those performance measurements, right? Movement, running, jumping, change of directions, mobility, all the things that equal better overall movement and performance. Within the readiness program, it begins at 15 pounds, allowing young student athletes to start at a very light resistance. Once they've mastered body weight, now they can start progressing forward with a very light amount of weight, and they only can move forward and add resistance if you say it's okay. You get to determine how quickly they add weight. If you say, gosh, they could go up 5 pounds or 10 or 2.5, you have the tools, you let them just increase gradually, continuing to focus on perfect form. For each of the full range of motion core lifts, there's a benchmark, a set standard they've got to get to build them a certain set of muscular foundation. Right? I've heard great coaches talk about this. The key here is we're building a foundation. Like any building that stood the test of time, you want to have an amazing foundation. The better the foundation, the better the overall building is going to withhold through all the stress of competition and activity. So give them time. Let them work through a readiness program and set your standards. Get those benchmarks in place so you can show your administrators, your parents, anybody you're working with, look what this student has done. They have progressed day after day and continue to get better, and now they've hit my benchmarks, and now they can move on to a more advanced program. Thank you for your time. More to find out on our website. A lot of great stuff here to help young athletes.